Amazon has too many employees. They've got so many that they're going to lay off 30,000 employees from corporate jobs starting Tuesday. That's nearly 10% of their workforce. And the layoffs are going to start tomorrow through email. Because, of course, nobody ever has enough backbone to tell you to your face. It's always through email. They did these little training sessions today to prep managers for communicating to employees when the mass layoffs start tomorrow. Now I want to connect some dots on something real quick. Companies will always cut you before they cut their profits. Period. And Amazon's goal? They want record profits by the end of the year. And how they gonna get them? By tossing you out the door, by paying pennies on the dollar, by making sure their shareholders keep smiling. That is the entire play. And see, here's the kicker. Rich people don't just want their slice of the pie. They want the whole bakery. And they're going to get it one layoff at a time.
Why is Amazon laying off 30,000 employees? And keep in mind, this is all corporate jobs. These are high-paying jobs. A lot of people rely on this income. They're the breadwinners. They're providing for their families. And losing this job is going to have a huge impact on those people. Now, the question is this really necessary? Is Amazon getting greedy? Are these corporations, especially large corporations, starting to become greedy? They're using AI as the excuse. And while it does help speed up processes and some jobs may be able to be replaced by AI, they can't replace their entire workforce with AI. And it's very sad to see that a lot of these workers have been with companies for quite some time now, and now they're just getting laid off in a blink of the eye. It just shows that even though you may have the expertise, you could be a senior engineer at a large corporation thinking you are safe and valuable, but at any moment you could just be laid off. It's kind of crazy, and I hope that this is not going to trickle down to other companies as well. Let me know down below and take a look at the rest of these clips.
The funniest thing about the Amazon layoffs for me personally is that I'm currently out on a leave of absence. Like, I only know about this because of one coworker who decided to tell me. I'm so out of the loop. Anyway, follow me, and I'll let you know tomorrow morning if I'll ever be returning from this leave of absence.
Mass layoff warning. Amazon plans to cut 30,000 corporate jobs as of tomorrow, Tuesday. So Amazon's planning to cut 30,000 corporate jobs, or about 10% of its professional workforce. The report said the company's making the cuts, which would start on Tuesday, to lower expenses and compensate for overhiring during the peak demand of the pandemic. Now, a variety of divisions within Amazon, including human resources, devices and services, and operations, among others, would be affected. Now, an earlier report from Fortune said the internal HR division, people experience and technology, is expected to be significantly affected due to the cuts as well. Mass layoff. Now, the move would represent the largest workforce reduction at the company since around 27,000 jobs were eliminated starting in late 2022. Remember, Amazon currently has a workforce of like 1.15 million workers, including 350,000 corporate employees. Earlier this year, the CEO warned that automation and AI are likely to shrink some white-collar roles down the line and called on employees to adapt to the evolving landscape. A recent report by the New York Times said Amazon's robotics team is working towards automating 75% of the company's entire operations and expects to remove 160,000 U.S. roles. They'll just replace you. This is a big layoff. And during a shutdown, wow.
Okay, you can always tell when it's earnings season because there's things that start to come out that could impact the price of a stock going up around the time that they report earnings. So Amazon reports earnings on Thursday. What's interesting is today they announced that they're cutting or looking to cut 30,000 jobs. Now, that sounds like a lot. In the grand scheme of things, they have over 1 million jobs, but the 30,000 jobs that they're looking to cut are corporate jobs, which are high-paying jobs, which could also be because of the fact that AI is being implemented and maybe reducing the need for all of these different layers of management. So it's interesting timing that this happens this week when they report on Thursday. So let's see what they say on the call and how it actually is going to impact the stock, because I think it's going to help the earnings pop, but that's just my guess.
Y'all, I just want to be really, really real with you for a minute. If you want to work in tech in 2025, You have got to embrace AI. You have to be using AI. You have to talk about AI. You have to show how you're using it to do your job better than you used to. This is going to be big for my recruiting friends, but Amazon just announced that they are going to be doing layoffs across their people org. They're planning to cut as many as 15% of their HR department. Their people team has over 10,000 employees globally, so we're talking about something like 1,500 people who are going to lose their jobs. And this is at least in part to offset the $100 billion that they are putting towards building out cloud and AI data centers. And in a blog post, Andy Jassy, the CEO of Amazon, made it very, very clear that he expects every single employee to be comfortable with AI. And look, most employers in tech have either already set an expectation like this or they're going to. Mine did it over a year ago. At my company, 97% of employees are using AI regularly. We are required to screen for AI skills in our hiring process. So if people are not on board and using AI, they can't get hired at my company. Every company is going to put things like this in place. I do want to be clear that I'm not necessarily saying that everyone has to embrace AI or use AI. I'm saying specifically if you are looking to build or advance a career in tech, I would highly recommend that these are skills that you build.
Absolutely breaking news. Amazon is reportedly preparing for the largest layoffs in the company's history. So we can see it right here. Amazon's preparing to announce mass job cuts beginning tomorrow and what is expected to be the largest layoffs in the company's history. The company plans to lay off as many as 30,000 employees across its corporate workforce. So this news comes just days before the company's earnings. And this is raising big questions around what's happening in one of the largest companies in the entire world. Reuters reported that layoffs start Tuesday and it's mainly hitting the corporate workforce of Amazon. So this is approximately about 10% of their office staff. So it's reported that this is all part of their cost cutting as they reportedly massively overhired during the pandemic. Put in perspective, Amazon has about 1.5 million employees. The last time Amazon did something as big as this was 2022 when they cut about 27,000 jobs. So what do you think? Is this all about efficiency, or does Amazon know something about the economy that we do not? Or is AI just stealing all the jobs in their company? Let me know what you think in the comments and we'll look out for Amazon earnings to get more news.
Major news as new reporting from Reuters is saying that Amazon is planning to lay off 30,000 corporate employees beginning tomorrow, Tuesday, October 28th. Nothing says strong economy like retail giant Amazon cutting corporate jobs ahead of their biggest season of the year in the holidays. The company's CEO says they aim to reduce bureaucracy in the company and increase the use of AI. People familiar with the matter at Amazon are saying this is to compensate for overhiring during peak demand during the COVID-19 pandemic. So they said they overhired and now they don't need all these people, so they're going to reduce the workforce. This amounts to about 10% of their corporate workforce. This is the largest job cut for the company since late 2022. Now, on the flip side of this, Amazon says they plan to hire about 250,000 temporary holiday workers to help with the holiday season, their peak season. So there will be some hirings, although they will be short-term employees. This is just a reminder after hearing all this to shop local, buy local if you can, wherever you live. Help small businesses. They are really the backbone of the United States of America and its economy. Let me know if you agree. Comment, like, share, follow, subscribe, and I'll see you back here for the 411.
Have you guys seen this report? Amazon is preparing to do a massive layoff of as many as 30,000 corporate employees. Let that sink in. That's an insane number of people that are going to be unemployed. And this is just amid a wave of layoffs happening across industries. And I'm like, where are all these people going to go? It's really hard to find jobs in 2025. So where are all these people going to go? It's just bad out here, guys. We're so cooked as a society, and this just is adding to the pot. It's just adding to the pot. What's next? What's next?
So it's happening in real time now. Amazon is cutting 30,000 corporate jobs, which makes up 10% of its entire corporate workforce. This might be the largest job cut in Amazon's history. And of course, they're saying these jobs are getting cut because of overhiring during the pandemic. But I think we all know the reason why these corporate jobs are getting cut. It's because of AI. And you have to remember, these layoffs are for middle management more than likely, these are decision makers, but these decisions now are being made by AI. And this news comes only after a week the New York Times reported that the company is planning to lay off over 1/3 of its 1.55 million person workforce in the next 8 years, calling on automated systems and robotics to replace the work that they do. And I don't mean to be grim here, but this is like a wake-up call for everyone that these AI systems and decisions of middle management are going to disappear sooner than you or I could probably even think. No one is coming to save us. You have to start now preparing to either get fired or replaced by AI. My advice is become a founder. Grab the 2 smartest people you know and start a company, because at this rate, you have a good chance of becoming the permanent underclass. And pay attention, because these headlines are just going to be becoming more and more frequent for the biggest companies in the world.
This is major breaking news and unsurprising news. It looks like Amazon is now announcing it will cut off as many as 30,000 employees in a massive layoff. Here is a little more detail. Reuters is now reporting that Amazon is planning to cut as many as 30,000 corporate jobs beginning Tuesday. Today is Monday, so Tuesday, October 28th, as the company works to pare expenses and compensate for overhiring during the peak demand of the pandemic. This is according to 3 people familiar with the matter. But if you go towards the bottom here is the issue. This would represent the largest job cut at Amazon since around 27,000 jobs were eliminated starting in late 2022. It's strange that they're cutting out 30,000 jobs when they did that layoff in late 2022. They used the same reason, that they wanted to pare expenses and compensate for overhiring. According to Reuters, managers of impacted teams, which seem to be corporate teams, it does not look like laborers, such as people fulfilling orders, working in the warehouse, or driving and delivering packages, are among the affected. It looks like it's going to be C-suite, corporate level, and white-collar professions that are being affected by this layoff as of right now. If you have X at all, independent journalists are circulating that this potentially might be due to AI, since Amazon is plugging into data centers around the United States and beyond. And when you see the preliminary reports of who is being fired, it looks like it's a lot of accounts payable, accounts receivables, accounting, auditors, analysts as well. They may be subbing those positions with potential AI solutions. You can follow for more news updates, but you don't have to.